Hannah Nice here, head trainer and co-founder of the Magnetic Mind certification here at Conscious Education. This is a live session that has been filmed in our Magnetic Mind Masterclass, which is a coaching program. If you hear me refer to attendees, this was a live session inside the program. You won't be able to comment or chat with me, obviously. Enjoy the session and subscribe, hit that notification button, and share the session if you feel this is valuable. Bye for now. As always, I was tuning into what would be an awesome topic for the session today. And I realized that tuning into the field, there's one big, let's put it that way, one big thought pattern or illusion bubble in place that I would love to bust for all of you guys today and moving forward. Who's into busting some illusion bubbles today? Because I'm ready. Let's bust some illusion bubbles and really make sure to get to make the most out of what it is that we're doing here. Inika says, yes. Alexander says, go for it. Bust away, Holly. Awesome. Awesome. Beautiful. Nice. Shannon, that's so great to hear. Amanda, let's do it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. So what's something that yeah, I've been observing here and there, and you know, we get round and we read what you're sharing in the community and what you're sharing on these calls. And one thing is really obvious to me, and I would start out with posing a question, guys, and I would love for you to simply just go for what comes up first for you. When do you think your superconscious journey starts? When do you think your superconscious journey starts? Let me know. This is not a trick question, guys. I really would love to gain some perspective around it. When do you think your superconscious creative journey starts? Birth, before birth, never stops. When I choose it, when I choose it. As soon as we can form a thought, always choose from birth. Nice. Nice. Already going, just aware of it now and participating. Yeah. When awareness begins, right on, right on. And this is something that is really important. And the one aspect of this question is really related to, do you really act on that truth? Or do you sometimes go, well, I think I need to get ready for my creations. I need to prepare for what it is that I'm manifesting. I need to get set up. Just checking in with you guys. Do you feel like, in a way, you're joining this program and you feel like you still got the training wheels on, or you need to get ready and you need to get set up? Hi, Sonia. Good to have you on the call. Yeah, Inika, right on. And thanks for being so open and sharing. Inika just typed in, this is indeed the self-conscious perspective always, right? Yeah. Lana says, I still have training wheels on. Yeah. Still learning, right? Hi, Celia, good to have you on the call. It took a little bit of time. Yeah, right? So yeah, learning. So it might well be that in a way where we're already in this, right? You're already listening to the training and everything that you're learning here in this course. And it might well be that from a logical perspective, we understand that we're always super conscious right away, right? Holly, yeah, thanks for typing in. Certainly feel like I have training wheels on, just getting used to choosing, learning, lots to take in. Yeah, absolutely, right? And that is something that, and let me know if you agree, that is something, and when you think about it that way, I'm still learning, there's lots to learn, lots to take in, that might create a bubble around what it is that you're creating in terms of, I'm getting ready for something in the future. Can you see that undercurrent coming with it? Just tune into it for a moment, right? Sonia says yes, right? It can sometimes create that notion, that bubble of, yeah, I'm learning, I'm getting set up, so I'm actually getting ready for something in the future. Tina says absolutely. Kathy says I see what you mean. Yeah, right. So just check in. Just check in with your, yeah, Skytree says it is me, always preparing for the future, and really, really awesome that you're just here and sharing, just owning it, right? That's awesome. Christine says, yes, that's me. Phyllis says, yes, true. Lana says, yeah, I'm here. What I want is over there. Good to have you on, Lana. Yeah, right. Yeah, Inka says number one is connection to being it already, and then take action from there, right? Mahua says, oh God, it is penny dropping moment. Yeah, right. So it is, okay, first I have to do that, and then, right? First I get to learn, and I get to prepare, and I get to do this, and then there's this, what's in the future. That's awesome, right? So we're creating this bubble, this illusion, basically, that we're disconnected from it. We're not it right away, right? So we're joining this journey, we're joining this path, we're getting into a conscious creation, and then we go, well, I need to prepare, I need to get set up, I need to get sorted, and then in the future there's something that's awesome where I get to have my choices and I get to be a super conscious creator, right? Marsha says preparing to prepare, right? Awesome, Anna. It's great to hear that this is what you needed today. Yeah, right. It's really important, and from a logical perspective, and let me know if you all agree, to most of you that makes sense, right? Your journey started right the very moment when you joined us, right the very moment. And from a logical perspective, that might probably make sense to most of you, right? Your journey started right when you joined us. Let me know in the chat box if you agree. Sonia says yes. Sasha says yes. Hey, Sasha, good to have on the call. Right? Yeah. The journey began when you joined us, right? That is when you started your super conscious creation journey, right? And let's add some real life proof to it, really, just to ensure the aspects of consciousness that we're talking to right now, which is not only super conscious, but also your self-conscious and your unconscious, get a handle on it, can grasp it. So I want you to think about it for a moment. Just remember a time when you fell in love with a person. When did you start being in love with that person? Just think about it for a moment. Just detach from anything we've talked about just now. Just think of the person that you fell in love with. When did you start being in love with that person? Sonia says instantly. Ineke, the moment I see him, after a first kiss, right? You fell in love at the first kiss, and then Michael, as soon as I was in the presence, right on, right? So you fell in love right when that happened. Can we all agree on that? You fell in love, and there you were being in love. And you fell in love and you were in love. You didn't fall in love and then you went, well, now I need to get prepared for being in love. You were living it right away. Can you see that? Sounds a bit funny to think about it that way, right? Oh, I fell in love, but now I need to get prepared for being in love, right? That's funny. Well, hold on a moment. Yeah, I just fell in love, but I need to get set up so I can be in love in the future. No, you were in love right away, right? Yeah, Teresa says she loves this. Nice. Yeah. Look at all the smiley faces in the chat box, right? It's so obvious. It's so obvious. You fell in love and you were in love. You were living it right away. Love you too, Evelina. Right? You were it right away. And just another real life example, just because it's so obvious, and at the same time, when we let the self-conscious perspective take over, it is not. When you got that new job, so just think about a time in your life when you got a new job.
When did you have the new job? When did you have the new job? Right on, Sonia, first day. And thanks for typing in. The moment I received that you got the job, the moment I was hired, right? It's so obvious. When they said you are hired, right on it, right? It's so obvious. It's so obvious. You don't look back on that experience saying, well, actually, the first weeks I was just getting set up. So basically I got the job a few weeks after getting it. Right on Teresa straight away, right? But can you see that? Getting a lull from Amanda, which is always good, right? It's so obvious. It's so obvious. I know, Anna, it is, right? So you got the job, so you had the job right away, and you didn't structure it in a way that you went, okay, so I got the job, now I need to get prepared for having the job. You had the job right away from the first day, right? Oh, that's a nice creation, Felly. I love it. So can you see that, right? So it's just like that. You fall in love and you are in love right away. You get the job, you have the job right away. There's no getting prepared, getting set up period in the middle of it where you go, well, actually, I'm just getting set up for something that's then actually in my life in the future. It's there right now. No lag time, right? And the reason why I'm sharing this, guys, I really want you to come from that angle and see that it's absolutely and exactly the same with your creative orientation, with your super conscious journey, with you creating your true choices. Yeah, Mahua, I know, right? This is obvious when someone points it out that way. And we can get so caught up in our self-conscious plus unconscious perception of reality going, well, but this is different, right? Yes, I joined the journey. However, I need to get set up to then live it in the future, right? It's not, it's exactly the same. Can you see that, guys? Right? So you're not preparing for something in the future. Teresa says, love it. Skytree says, it is too obvious. Yeah, and it's almost translucent, right? It is almost translucent, this illusion bubble that we have established that we're going to bust, or that we're already busting right now. Who can feel it busting right now? That this illusion of, well, I'm starting the journey, but actually I'm getting prepared for it to then live it. No, you're living it right away, right? Dean says, love it. Marsha, yeah, the power of now is important. Skytree says me. Michael, yeah, this is it, here and now. Boom from Teresa, right? It's the same for this. And this is your new normal. You established your new normal and you're living your new normal since the point when you joined us. You're not preparing for something in the future, right? You're not disconnected from your creations, getting ready for them. You are it right now. And you're already living and orientating in a new way, differently, right? You're already practicing your creative orientation. And how would you say you're practicing it? Right since you joined us. What are all the ways that you're living your creative orientation, your superconscious journey? What would you say? What are all the aspects that you're living, all of these aspects right now? Marsha says, this is my new normal. Everyone noticed it. What are all the ways that you're practically living this? Being it now. I'm really referring to, guys, practically living it. So implementing, experiencing. Wouldn't you say that you're making true choices? Wouldn't you say that you're practicing coming from an end result focus and creating instead of problem solving? Wouldn't you say you're practicing this? Right? Marsha says, yes, yes, yes. Amanda says, yes, making true choices. Right? You're practicing this. You're practicing this. You're implementing steps. You're experiencing yourself in that focus. You're practicing your lenses. You're doing your meditations. Yeah, right on, Amanda, right? You're jumping on these recode sessions, uncovering and letting go of resistance, using the superconscious, right? And the very moment you joined us and you started working with the superconscious, this is when your superconscious journey began with us, your creative journey, going for what you truly love. You are already living it. You're already experiencing this. And in a way, we can tend to create a bubble around all that, this illusion bubble of, well, actually, that's me getting prepared for that in the future. While actually, you're already having it. You're already living it. You're already in your new normal. Again, you didn't fall in love to then get prepared for being in love. You were in love right away, right? Yeah, Dean says action, action, action. Connie says writing lenses and meditating. Fairly choose my true choice every morning, right? You're living it. You're already living it. You're already in it. You have already established your new normal, your creative orientation, your superconscious life, right? There's no lag time, guys. And I really want you to tune into this right now. Can you see how that is exactly the same as the examples that I shared before? You fell in love and you were in love right away. You got the job, you had the job right away. There was no lag time. And it's the same with this right here. You are in your new normal. You are in your superconscious journey, in your superconscious life. And what's something that is really important, guys, is you need to acknowledge the fact and the truth that you're already living it. You need to bust that bubble so you can really sink into it fully, right? As long as you keep that bubble up of, well, actually, I'm getting prepared for something in the future, you're still establishing a belief around disconnect, which is simply not true, because you're alive right now. You're in this program right now, which means you are in it. You're fully connected. And in whatever way, shape, or form you choose to do it, you're practically living your superconscious life. And that might look a little different from person to person, and that's completely fine. That's beautiful. But you do. Can you see it? Right? Amanda, yes, absolutely. And that's part of the journey. Amanda just typed in, I feel like I'm struggling with the morning routine, fighting my old ways. But can you see that you're already in your new normal? And that is why that has shown up. That's part of the new normal, right? When you got the job, of course, you had the job. However, it has taken some time to get around all the information, right? And establish all the routines. Wouldn't you say that was the case? Getting back to that example. And it's the same here, but that doesn't mean you don't have the job. You don't have the superconscious life. You have it, right? Evelina says, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, Celia says, it took me months to realize I was doing life differently, but you had already doing it differently for months, right? You had, and then the realization hit you, and there it was, right? And I really just want to take this opportunity on this call today to give you that moment of realization if you need it. Maybe you're already in it, and that's awesome. However, it's really, really powerful to bust that bubble and go, well, I'm in my new normal all right, already, right? Right? And whatever you're experiencing in this new normal is part of the new normal. You didn't have that awareness before. You haven't been aware of something being encoded in your consciousness that's creating resistance. That's what you're becoming aware of right now, because you are living your superconscious creative life. And that's part of that life, that you have that awareness, that you can practice all these new normal ways and tools to ensure you get to enhance that even more. Right? Yeah, Celia, right on. Yeah, a new job is exactly what you want, but the first few weeks can feel hard because it's so different. It's different, right? And it takes some practice and some taking in information and, absolutely. And then you have established all the routines, right? You can put things on autopilot after a while. But you're already living the new job, and it's the same with this superconscious creative life. right? Marsha says, busted. Beautiful. Who has busted that bubble, by the way? Type in a busted if it's busted for you. Love it. So you, Inika says, busted. Beautiful. But do you see that, guys? Michael says, obliterated. Nice. Busted. Yeah, busted feels great. Doesn't it feel amazing, guys? You are living it right now already. You have started living it by the moment you joined us, right? You started with working with your superconscious right away. You got into your 2 choices right away. You practiced and practically lived the steps of being in this new normal right away. That started right away. There was no lag time, right? And you being on this call today is just part of it. Part of you being on this journey, on your superconscious creator journey, but it started right away. There's nothing to get prepared for in the future because you're already living it. What you're doing now is basically enhancing that experience, practicing a few things that you can then put on autopilot, getting used to this different way of living and creating. And it's already the journey. Just because you're getting used to it doesn't mean you're disconnected from it. It's just what it is, right? When you fell in love with that person, being in love, let me know if that was also something where you felt like, wow, this is intense. This is something you had to get used to. You had to, you know, you had to integrate the fact that that was part of your reality. You met the person and then you fell in love and then you were in love. Boom, life was different right away, right? Yeah. Nice. Nice. So it's really important, guys, to make that shift and bust that bubble and really acknowledge the fact and the truth that you are already living it and really choosing for this creative superconscious orientation to be your new normal. You can proactively choose it and bust the bubble that way. Really just choose this and support all your aspects of consciousness with understanding that you are already living it, that you are already it. This is your new normal.